there's nothing to get confused. Here we are, here's what we do, bye.
It'll catch your attention right away. You're like, what is this?
So let's watch the first 5 seconds and see if you understand what this ad is in the first 5 seconds.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Marketers React, where we take a look at marketing videos and talk about what makes them good, great, and maybe have a laugh or two along the way. So Matt, what are we looking at today?
So another one that came across from YouTube, and I love this video because it's simple, it's to the point, it's not over the top, but they get the message across. There's no confusion. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful ad. You ready?
Sure, yeah.
It's quick,
Check
so
it out.
don't miss it.
All right.
We take the stress out of your long-distance move so you can focus on the excitement of starting your new life in California or Louisiana or, yep, even way up there in Maine.
What'd you think?
Interesting. Yeah, keep playing it again. I mean,
It's short, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The main visual on it is this woman who's changing her outfit based on where she's moving, and you know, they're like, don't worry about it, just focus on where you're gonna move. And you know, what's neat is this looks like an alternative to Pods, which I think everybody knows, everybody's seen one of those things. And it's just like, don't worry about the packing part, just focus on adapting to where you're moving to. Which is, I think that's a good message to put out there. Like, that's what I get out of it, at least.
I'll tell you why I love this video. It's general appeal. The different outfits that she's wearing, they may be stereotypical to different states, but there's no confusion. You know, she's a hipster, she's a California surfer, she's a Louisiana party person, she's a Maine lobster fisher woman? Lobsterer?
Catcher, I don't know.
Lobster catcher, yeah, that's
Sure.
probably what it is. But you know, the concept is so simple. It's saying whoever you are, if you're moving, we're the people to go to. I love it. And then the other thing that I love about this, there are 2 clips that are not shot outside of a studio. The actress who's changing costumes, this is all in a studio. This is all in front of, they call it infinite white, but it's infinite blue in this point. It's just an infinite blue background. She literally is walking out, doing a little thing in the costume, walking back to the changing room, changing, walking out, doing the next little vignette. I mean, this is a super easy filming day. I mean, there's nothing to get confused. Here we are, here's what we do, bye. 30 seconds, love it. I wish more ads were like this.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of ads, at least they will pop up on YouTube. You have 5 seconds before you have to, it'll let you hit the skip button. So it gets to the point right away. If nothing else, if nothing else, it's like, whoa, lady in a bikini. It'll catch your attention right away. You're like, what is this? So you'll at least keep, I mean, that
There's
can be
probably
effective,
a reason they did that on purpose.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're say what you will about it, but it was probably effective in some way, or they thought about it and they're like, hey, you know what, let's put the bikini first.
I mean, it's basic common sense. So let's watch the first 5 seconds and see if you understand what this ad is in the first 5 seconds.
Let's say you're moving to Florida or maybe Minnesota.
That's it.
Let's say you're moving.
Let's say you're moving. Wonderful.
Yeah.
5 seconds, I know if this video is for me or not. I'm not moving by.
Right, yeah, exactly. And if I am moving, okay, wait, where are you going with this?
And then
Yeah.
you only have to stay in another 25 seconds.
Yep.
Mwah! Whoever made this ad, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. Is this ad for me or not? That's the single most important thing that you can have come across early. And one thing that's always surprised me with other studios is how rare people keep that in mind, how valuable attention is. People hate ads. You're trying to watch a show or something that you really love. Here's this stupid ad to interrupt me.
Yep.
But guess what? If it's something that I need right now or I'm going through, hey, I kind of want to see that ad. There are all these little nuances that sound really simple that studios and normal people asking for videos rarely think of. It's why it's so important to get a professional working with you, whatever your budget is. If your budget's $500 or $500,000, you need a professional because they're going to think of these things that you probably are not gonna. Why? Because you have other things to do. That's not your job. Don't feel bad. It's just you can't be an expert in everything.
And I think one of the things that one of our biggest pet peeves is, like Matt was saying, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. And it's especially important when it comes to ads because you don't have a lot of time to get the message across. With ads, like, do it right away, you're gonna lose them. Like, especially, like, who knows if they use the same clip on Facebook. If you're scrolling, like, you only have a few seconds to catch somebody's attention, so you might as well be good. It's a visual that catches your attention, and it's a message that catches your attention. Are you moving? No? Okay, fine, bye. But if you are, well, let's see if we can help you.
Yeah. So tell me about the production of this video. Anything catch your eye?
Like you said, it was probably very simple. I mean, so there's 1 of the door going down, 2 of them packing, and then 3 of the truck going. That's it. And then the rest is just her in costume. That was probably half a day in her, like, do a pose, do another pose, do another pose. All right, great, change costumes. Do it again, do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, she's on screen for 2 seconds per costume, but that was probably half an hour per costume would be my guess, because we've done shoots with somebody on a green screen and they're saying literally 1 sentence, and it was, I mean, it took like an hour to set up, and then we probably filmed for 30 minutes to an hour. You'd be shocked at, for what's on screen, how long it takes to get that little tiny piece of video. So my guess is that was probably, yeah, maybe a full day of shooting, which sounds crazy for how short this is, but yeah, you never know.
We've said it before, quality matters. If you want that perfect, flawless television movie look, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you time, and it's gonna cost you money. Most importantly, it's gonna cost you a producer and a company that knows what the heck they're doing. If you're trying to slap something together, if you are trying to be the producer, if you are trying to insert things against your producer's best wishes, against their advice, against their efforts to try and help you achieve your goals, you're only hurting yourself. You gotta find someone who knows what they're doing, and it's gonna work with you, work with your needs, work with your goals, and work with your budget to try and make something that fits.
Yeah, because I mean, one thing that we always try to do is when we work on a video for somebody is like, what emotions do you want the viewer to feel, and what's the message you're trying to get across? Clearly, this company, 1-800 Pack Rat, their message is, don't worry about the moving, we got that. Worry about your life when you get to wherever it is you're moving. And I think that's a great message. You know, some companies, it's like, you know, moving can be expensive, we're cheap. Moving can be complicated, we make it, whatever. There's a million messages, so like clearly that was their message.
I love this video. If 1-800 Pack Rat put $1 million in ad spend behind a campaign, sent this all over the country, I bet they'd make millions back. It's just so wonderfully, deliciously simple, well done, well executed. Wow. One thing on production that I was looking at is this one scene where they're packing into the thing. This is totally set up.
Oh, for sure. It's not like, hey, we're filming or somebody's moving, can you come show up?
I guarantee you, though, that somebody out there tried to make a video like this, even if it wasn't Pack Rat. I'm not saying Pack Rat did, but someone went, hey, we know someone is moving, just come by and film it.
Yeah, that's...
No one's moving is this clean, wonderful, and easy.
Right, well, and so here's another trick that they're probably doing. So notice that the moving, you know, pod, whatever the heck it is, they're only showing the very front, and there's boxes like as if it's like super full. I guarantee you the rest of that trailer is empty. Just those boxes you see in the front, that's it, and they just moved them to the front.
This was a whole day to set, or half a day at least, to set this whole thing up, and it costs money. Can you bring someone in to film a real moving? Absolutely. That's gonna come with its own challenges. So the perk is, that would be more affordable. The con is, it's gonna be harder to get this beautiful, perfect, seamless look where you can even see the phone number perfectly in view while the family's moving.
Right, so we won't name names, but we've done videos that were collaborations between big retail chains that you would know, and so we would like go into these stores. And so it's like, well, you know, what's nice is like we can show up when people are shopping there, but then like you got to get out of their way and you can't be interrupting people, as opposed to if you shut the whole store down, like, yeah, it would look better, but how much more is it going to cost to shut a store down for who knows how long, right? So, but you know, these guys clearly wanted to make something quality, so it looked like that's probably what they did, is scripted this or set this up. And I actually really like what you pointed out earlier, is like the branding is clearly in sight. It's like we can see, we can read their website, you can read the number. Like at no point is it like a waste. I bet you, even if we back up a bit and look at even the door, it's like they're taking every opportunity they can to like showcase the website, showcase the name and everything. So
you always say make it easy. How many times? First of all, the logo and the name is up in the corner the whole time.
True, yeah.
How many other times? The phone number. So this is the second time we're seeing the phone number. Third time. 4th, 5th, 6th time on the truck,
Yeah.
and then it's back in the corner again. If you don't know 1-800-PACK-RAT, you haven't seen this ad.
Right. Yeah, you're not. You know what's funny? I just noticed those are real lobsters.
They're alive too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if they had to have some sort of animal person on the payroll on the set
Possible.
because they have live animals.
Yeah. No lobsters were hurt on the filming of this. Whatever. Possible.
It sounds weird, but you'd be shocked. Here's a rule I bet you folks didn't know. If someone moves up or down more than 5 steps in a movie, you need a stunt coordinator. You'd be shocked how many extra expenses pop up the more requirements that you have for an ad. Frankly, you could have had plastic lobsters. No one would have cared. Or
Yeah.
noticed.
Right. Exactly.
And again, this is a piece of evergreen content they could use for 20 years. I mean, it's so much better to spend the money right and then get something that's going to last rather than trying to eke out every dollar you can save and get something that you're going to have to do again in a couple months because you don't like it.
Right. I mean, this is a funny example, but I like what you're saying about like do something once and have it be evergreen. How many times have we sang that stupid Cars for Kids song? That Cars for Kids song was probably invented like 10, 20 years ago.
Probably 40 or 50 years.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. They made that jingle once and they're just riding that wave until cars don't exist anymore or something. I don't know.
Or kids don't exist
Yeah,
anymore.
or that. If you guys have an ad that you'd like us to check out, definitely leave it as a comment or yeah, and we'll check it out. So anyways, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.